Alright YouTube, here is Franken Ford, the 1955 F100 that has been repowered, put on a new chassis, and had a whole lot of rust repaired. Cab corners, floors, new trans tunnel. It's kind of hard to see with the sunlight. It's also been rewired with an MSD gold box from EFI source. It's still got plenty of rust, as you can see from my little templates of cardboard. Still need to be cut out, and new sheet metal welded in. Going with Kirky racing seats, Willwood for all the brake system, 20-gallon in-bed fuel cell, with also a fuel cell from a 98 Ranger that's mounted to the frame. The frame is from a 98 Ranger with an 8.8 rear end, and then it's got a manual 5-speed in here, T45 from a 98 Mustang, and all this has just been chopped together because the original truck came with a frame from an old 70s Dodge pickup. It had a 318 in it and a Mopar automatic. The frame was cracked. The 318 still ran and was sold out of it. And it was just in rough shape. As you can see, all the cowls have been replaced. All the sheet metal had holes in it everywhere. This thing was probably at the bottom of a freaking lake for some time. Doors are still off of it because they still need new sheet metal put on them. There is a 4.6 under the hood. We will talk about that in another video. That is kind of the whole dream of this truck. This truck was inspired by the movie The Expendables and the West Coast Customs truck. It will be going satin black, and it will be a complete resto mod. It is getting a 12-point roll cage put in it. That is coming from Jegs right now. It's a Jegsters roll cage. That should probably be here in the next couple of weeks. These are the original 98 Ranger wheels, but this thing is going to be built to shred some tires. We'll talk about the power plant in the next video, but we're going to probably hopefully start with about 400 and see where we stop. Hopefully we'll go 400, 550 horse, and then start upgrading from there. Maybe try to go for 1,000 horse. And with how little weight's over the rear end, I can pick up the rear end of this truck without anybody else. It probably only weighs about 300 pounds of weight over the rear axles with the bed empty. It'll be a tire slayer for sure. And as you can see, things like the whole bed has been reframed using bed frames, bedroom bed frames. Just chopped it up, welded it together. The bed is as solid as can be now. Super cheap, way cheaper than going and buying angle steel. You can just find this stuff on the side of the road. See, this is all bed steel. Super cheap, super easy way to make things out of angle iron. But as you can see, like the inside of this truck, it had massive rust. It had to have areas cut to mount with the 98 Ranger because the mounts are slightly different. But the amazing thing is, for being a 98 Ranger, it fit the wheelbase within an inch. And I don't know, I'm not going to shorten up the wheelbase. I think it looks fine. There's more than an inch of play in there. I do think we need to lower it. I think it looks too high. There is a lowering kit for a 98 Ranger to drop at 4 inches. As you can see here, the 08 F150 and the 55 F100. The 55 F100 is easily 2 or 3 inches taller than the 08 F150. I don't know if I like it sitting that high, especially when I'm probably gonna put a bigger rim, possibly a bigger tire under it. Definitely in the rear, we're going with a wider tire, but for now this will work until we get it out rolling down the road. Yeah, this is the Franken Ford. The reason I decided to call it the Franken Ford is it is a Ford Frankenstein. There's no doubt about it. It's a Ford body, it's a Ford chassis, it's a Ford motor, it's a Ford tranny, it's a Ford rear end. It's all Ford, but it's also a bunch of mishmash crap of Fords that I've thrown together to make something very, very cool. And we'll see where things blow up, because we are going to blow up that transmission. We're probably going to blow up the motor, and we're going to blow up all other sorts of shit, and we'll probably rip up some of this body work, and we'll have to put more body work into it. But it'll be awesome. It'll be fun. Welcome to the journey.